I think anyone that makes the commitment when they run for an office, and the office term is for 3 years, I believe that they should fulfill that commitment. Unless they have a family situation where they're unable to, and it would be a burden to the family. So I don't see myself ever stepping down from a position. I make the calculation and decide, yes, I can do it for the full 3 years. But frankly, 3 terms for me, I think I'll be very comfortable to step down.
And what do you think about term limits?
Well, I think that the whole reason why the term limits get implemented is just that you have people who have become complacent and stagnant in the position, who do kind of the same old things and don't really entertain new ideas. I wouldn't say it would necessarily apply in this case, and I wouldn't say that term limits should instantly be implemented, but I understand the logic behind it, just in that they constantly want to be bringing in with people with new ideas and new thoughts and new ways of doing things. Because even if you haven't per se done a labor sit down, you might have done something else. You might have been a government liaison or something of that nature, that where you could bring something to the table that's different or works differently, or even just, you know, they've never dealt with you before, so it's going to be a whole different story. So I understand why they've done it. I don't know that it necessarily applies in this case, but I do understand why.
You know, I have a unique opportunity being that I am at all of the school board meetings. So I know, I know that we have a lot of faith in the administrators that we have in our school district, as well we should. But what is your position on visiting the schools at times other than the walkthrough that we do every year with the budget committee to look at the schools at the beginning of the year, so that we, you know, for example, Ron, you've spoken about how you've been a special education, advocate and for these in-house programs. Have you ever had the opportunity to come to the school and see the programs in action while there have been students there?
Yes, I have. I've seen some of them. The only one that I have not gotten to, I've been at the high school, I've seen the programs, I started at the middle school. I have not gotten down to South School. And when the invitation came out, it was just when we were starting an outage at work, and just didn't have enough time. But it's one of those areas that I do like to go and understand the program also. It's, you have to walk around, you have to talk to the teachers. And just
Would you ever just drop in?
Yes, I do. And yes, I have. And you talk to the teachers and just stop in there and just say hi, see how things are going. Again, did it a lot more earlier. Right now, I get Fridays, every other Friday off, so I kind of try to do it, but you don't want to be a pain in the neck and constantly in there, so you have to temper it. It's a great place to be in some of the nice items that are going on in the schools. You just enjoy watching the educational process that goes on. So yes, I do visit the schools.
And it's more a philosophical question, not necessarily are you doing it, because you may feel that it's not something you should be doing, or you feel like, yes, I do have an obligation to do it. I certainly believe that we have some very strong administrators, so you can get that information from the administrators and trust it. But
I'll actually disagree with Ron. I think if he has an outage at the power plant, he should stay there. For those that don't know, Ron works at the nuclear power plant.
Definitely.
But no, seriously, I actually have a difference with Ron on this. I don't believe that a board member should drop into the schools. I know that administrators have told me that it's not that big a deal. I do go to social events at the schools. I do have quite a few liaison positions that are during the day that can be in the schools or in the district office. I do enjoy going into the schools for those types of things. But I think that we need to recognize, although our position means nothing, one board member has no power at all. It takes an entire board. But I think that the administrators and the teachers have, oh, here comes a board member, and they get a bit, concerned. My first year or two, it was a little stealthy. Nobody really knew who I was, so I could easily, stop in, walk through, and see things. But to To me, I think it's intrusive, and I don't want to be intrusive on the student's day. I don't want to be changing the way that people are functioning. The administrators have a great program where the assistants sit in the classrooms. They have these 3-minute programs where they walk and they observe what's going on in the classroom. My job on the board is I feel a true board of directors. It's to set the sails on the ship, point it in the right direction, and then let the crew manage the ship. We do have a lot of opportunities to see what goes on in the classroom in the social situations. But as far as stopping in, it's not something I would do.
How about you?
I do think the administrators are strong, but I would go to the schools. I do think that people would like board members to be approachable and would like to come and talk to them and present ideas, and they don't always go through the administrator. And I think just to encourage that type of creativity would be a great thing, because the teachers are the people who are on the front lines, and they're the ones who see the most things, and they can come up with great things, and they would probably want to talk to someone, whether it's an administrator or a board member. Hey, I've got an idea. What do you think? Can we do it? So I would like to have the opportunity to definitely listen to the teachers, to the administrators, and hear everybody's ideas, how things are going. I'd like to know.
A question that always comes up every year when anybody is running for any position is the amount of time that's involved in working that position. I mean, we know that it's every other Tuesday that there are meetings, but can you gentlemen, as the veterans here, elaborate on some of the other times that you have to spend at this job? And you get paid like, $1?
Actually, no, we didn't vote that in.
Oh, so you get nothing, or?
Yeah, no,
do
the
you
school
get
district gets paid $2,100 a year on the board, and it's funny, that was originally done as a way to pay our taxes.
Yeah, well.
And that doesn't work so well
Yeah,
anymore.
when was the last time you saw a $2,100 tax bill?
But we do get paid that. It probably works out to about $1 an event, because we do a lot of events. We do have a school board meeting, and frankly, since I've been on the board, they've been very well run. We run up till 10 o'clock or maybe 1 minute after. And then the liaison positions, I have communications committee, that's usually 2 hours a day, but they have snacks, so that's or 2 hours once every month. But they have snacks, so that's pretty good. The special ed meeting is usually 3 hours. It's a little bit later in the day. Ron serves with me on that. There's PTA positions, but those are fun to stop into. The liaison positions can be once a month or once every 6 months. I'm the liaison to the School Board Association. It always seems to be the nicest fall day or the nicest spring day that's held on, and it's on a Saturday, and it's a full day.
And it's inside.
And it's inside. But they have snacks, so there's a theme here.
You like the snacks?
Yeah, we like when the lunch director comes, or the food director, services director comes, because she brings cookies.
She
too,
does, she brings
so.
delicious cookies.
So there's probably an additional, in those 3 to 4 hours a week that we have in the meeting, or every other week we have at the meeting, there's probably another additional 6 to 7 hours. But our phone number is published on the internet, so we get calls at home from parents. There's a lot of emails from parents and parties that are interested, from teachers or administrators, to bounce an idea off. Relationship with Nate in the school funding situation. I've had to go to Concord to testify. We've had to spend a lot of time with attorneys. When we do contract negotiations, that takes a lot of time. You'll have 6 to 8 sessions that can be an hour to 3 hours a session. I had one that went to mediation, and we were locked up for the whole day in the school district office, and it was about 8 hours. We weren't let out until we were done. It had to be finished.
Wow.
So there are special situations like that, but frankly, I feel like I get a lot more from it than the district is ever getting from me. I learned so much in all of these meetings that I can use in other parts of my business and my life. The only other area is non-public. I mean, we have, after the meetings, people see us go away, and sometimes those go till midnight if they're difficult situations. And when you get home after one of those, it's hard to fall right asleep, because it's usually something that could tear at your heart.
And you, Ron, have a full-time job? I mean, not that you don't have a
I
full-time
don't
job.
have a real job.
You don't have,
You have a real job, but you work from your
I work
home, so
for myself.
for yourself, and generally can set your own hours.
Correct.
there's a lot of time that you put in on the committee reports. And committees like, I'm on special education, technology,